This is a 15-minute beginner yoga routine. Thanks for joining my channel, and hit the subscribe button and share if you like it. Thanks. Hi guys, I'm Amarina Kubiak and this is Chi with Amy Lee. Today I'm going to bring you a vinyasa routine. So we're going to go ahead and ground ourselves on the mat first. And we're going to go ahead and feel that in our feet. Grab the mat with your toes. And bring that into the knees, up to the hips, and then bring it all the way up into the shoulders. They should be relaxed, chin tucked back a little bit, and arms are coming down as we breathe out. We're going to take some nice deep breaths in this position here. Just creating a great head space. We're going to bring our palms up and together, down. We'll do this another time. Bring all that good energy in. Acknowledge any imbalances we might have right now. And falling into our first pose, which is tree pose. Go ahead and leave your foot on the ground if you need to start that way first. Hips are going to be nice and down. Good tall back, and hip is rotated out if you can. If you need to fall out of it, that's okay. Acknowledge it and move on. We'll go to the other side. I'd rather have you fall out of it than fall to the floor. We don't need any injuries in yoga. We give ourselves grace where we need to. And we save it for another day. All right, we'll go ahead and come out of that pose and start with our first strength posture. That's going to be warrior pose. So we're really taking a wide stance here, and we're going to ease into it a little bit. Shoulders are relaxed, energy is flowing through. Our arms to match our legs, nice and strong as we come down. I like to keep this really oscillatory. And then we're coming into extended side angle. So that she is running all the way up from the foot to the hand here in a nice straight line, and then we're rotating our torsos out. Be sure not to collapse that head. Stretching over our heads. We're going to bring that down beside our foot for a nice hip flexor stretch here. Here's where you could have some yoga blocks beside you if you'd like. Those help to raise you up a little bit taller. They create some balance for you so that you can work on your form. From there, we're moving into crescent moon. The really great arch in the back. Go to your comfort level with this, or you can stay in the hip flexor pose. Maybe you can bring one arm up. Use that momentum to pull you up now and forward. We're going to go ahead and start again with the opposite side into warrior pose. Getting our hips rotated into that, nice and stable. Making sure to warm those hips up or the quads up in case we haven't used them yet today. And falling into that knee, that nice big lunge. And on this third one, we'll come into extended side angle again. You really want that straight line. My pants are doing something funky in this video. Looks like my knee is kind of sagging down. That's okay. We don't worry about our clothes too much in yoga unless they're falling over our face or in the way. All right, and bringing that all the way down into another hip flexor stretch. Getting ready to bring ourselves into a crescent moon. Take a couple deep breaths before doing that. And then loft those hands over your head. Still breathing in this position. Sometimes we forget. And back down. Using that momentum, we're going to bring ourselves back up. And rolling all the way back up. From here, we're going to take another wide stance, and your feet are going to be turned outward. We're going to draw some energy up into those quads. Let our brain acknowledge this is where everything needs to be today. And here we are falling into goddess pose. And go ahead, come right on down into an awesome hamstring stretch. You can bounce yourself lightly into it. If you can, take a wider one, really bring that down. I love a good hamstring stretch. I don't know about you guys. And then go ahead and shimmy yourself in and sit down on your mat. Join me in easy pose and take a couple deep breaths. You've made it through most of the routine by now. We're going to end with some restorative care. Keep our mind set up. Keep any thoughts about what we have to do today out. Bring your arms up. And let it go. Go ahead and push those hands out in front of you and bring them all the way back for a nice pec stretch. Bringing them back in and out again. I like to think that I am creating a nice white ball of energy, protective energy around me as I do this. Nothing can step in or out without my consent. And then go ahead and fall into a half pigeon pose here. Get a good lateral stretch in this pose and bring it on down to keep it nice and restorative. Now you don't have to be perfect at yoga to do these. You don't have to do them perfectly, whatever that means. Make sure there is no pain, that you feel light stretches with everything. Sometimes you might feel some big stretches, but keep it nice and gentle and slow. All right, and I like to come in for a nice quad stretch after that. And we'll switch sides here. Making sure to breathe while we're in our more restorative states here. And you also don't have to be the most flexible. I'm one of the least flexible people in my family. But the body will learn eventually. Another quad stretch here. And we'll roll out of this one now into a restorative upward facing dog. Stretch those hip flexors out nice and slow. Take a couple breaths. I like to do side to side dips to kind of loosen that up a little more. Then we'll fall into a tabletop position here and into child's pose. This is one of my favorites. My patients all really love these ones. And I'm going to bring that side to side. So we're going to start with the left side here. Get a little bit more of a pull in that right low back. And then over to the right side for a pull in the left low back. This one's great for those of us that are sitting a lot all day at a desk. We're going to wrap that up. Sitting up on our knees and coming into bounded angle here. Leaning forward for a nice adductor stretch. Acknowledge anything that still feels out of place. It's okay. We'll work on it some more. This is not the end of your journey. Give yourself grace for being here and watching this video through to the end with me. And bow to yourself, bow to the class. Bow to the next time you join. Have a great day.